at 10 to go over the flower rota. Then I thought I'd pop into toddler group.
And then say hello to the over 60s lunch club.
Have I already been over this?
It's Wednesday.
I know my routine better than I know it myself.
Doesn't change much.
No, I suppose it does. I'll see you later.
I want to try and get to your Grand's for lunchtime on Saturday. We'll mean getting up at about 8 o'clock. You know what she's like. She'll have the meal planned already. It'll be shepherd's pie. It always is. What's so interesting out there?
Nothing.
Did you hear what I just said about going to your Grand's?
Dad, I'm trying not to think about it.
What are they up to? Who? There's two blokes outside looking at this house.
Oh, I've seen one of them before.
Yeah, it's called Tony, who works for Ray Mullen.
What happened he's come about our eating?
Well, don't look like a plumber to me.
Well, I'd better go and ask him then, hadn't I? What's going on?
Morning, Mrs. Daggett.
Has he come to fix our eating?
There's a bloke coming round later to do that.
So what do you want?
Who is he?
This is Mr. Lawrence. He's from a letting agency in Houghton.
What do you mean, letting agency?
Mr. Mullen's thinking of renting this place out as a holiday cottage through the summer.
You can't do that.
I think you'll find he can.
Mum?
Oh, yeah, of course he can. We're on 1 week's notice, aren't we?
Well, it's not right.
I'm just doing my job. If you've got any problems, talk to Mr. Mullen.
Oh, well, don't you worry.
I've been thinking about this trip to your Grand's.
What about it, Dad?
I've decided to ring her up and tell her we're not going.
What for?
Well, you don't want to go. And let's face it, no sane person would walk down the street for a shepherd's pie, would they? Let alone drive for 3 hours. I'll tell her to give it to the dog.
Dad, you can't.
It's a tough old thing. It won't come to any harm.
Dad.
What?
What time did you say we had to get up?
Thanks, love.
I'll get it then, shall I?
Oh, hello. What are you doing here?
Can I have a word?
Yeah, we're just about to go to work.
Is something the matter? It's me mum.
What about her?
Smash Hits of the 70s.
You are?
That's what she was singing at 3 o'clock this morning.
Ooh, gross.
With those builders. She had around for a drink last night. I've hardly any sleep.
Oh, did you tell her?
She won't listen. She's trying to prove she's young, free and single. I mean, pathetic or what?
Do you want me to go and talk to her then?
There's no point. She only listens to Bob and he's been just as stupid as she is.
So there's no sign of them getting back together?
No.
Oh, but they will eventually, though, won't they?
I don't know. Can I stay here? I've had enough. She's barking. Hey.
Has he put that CD on again?
No, Sid.
Makes me feel seasick.
Turn it in, will you? Oh, God. Sorry. Sorry, I'm very sorry.
At least he stopped singing.
Morning. You doing any work today or what?
I'm building up to it.
How come you're so full of energy this morning?
It's a matter of age, Viv. You old uns can't take it.
Oh, you're not so much of the old.
Yeah, watch your lip, cheeky beggar.
It's a good night last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, cracking.
I just wanted to show you how much I appreciate all the work you're doing.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
I know I probably had a teensy-weensy bit too much to drink, but I don't make a habit of it. I wouldn't like you to think I'm some drunken floozy.
No. You let your hair down, you had a good time. Nothing wrong with that.
Better than being a misery guts.
True.
And I think I've got my fair share of oomph.
Well, we'll have to take your word for that.
Live life to the full. That's what I say.
I'm gonna go and throttle him. Sydney!
Do you want to grab a seat? I'll get these. Large Irish, mineral water, fizzy.
Right. Typing you come in today.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, we didn't get a chance to talk yesterday.
Yeah, I'd love to talk to Louise, but I've got a few things to discuss with Tony. Can you bring the drinks over?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I know it's toddler group today. He doesn't need to tell me.
Marlon's the same with his menus.
What do you mean?
Well, if he's cooking something really special, he likes to go through it step by step, describing everything in detail. I reckon I know how to cook duck a la orange better than he does.
Gets on your nerves, doesn't it?
No, I think it's really sweet. Because it's him, innit? It's Marlon. It's what he does.
Yeah, of course.
It's because of yesterday, innit?
Sorry?
Well, I showed you up in here shouting odds about eating, so you've decided to kick us out at house.
Cynthia, do you really think I'm that petty, yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Well, you're wrong. A property like that can bring in a healthy return as a holiday let. Look, I'm a businessman. That's what I need to consider. Okay?
Yeah, but why now?
Well, summer's nearly here. Hadn't you noticed?
Have you ever been homeless?
Cynthia, you're a proud woman. You once told me that you don't like taking charity.
Yeah, and I don't.
So pay the going rate, ease your conscience.
I can't afford it, and you know I can't.
Not my problem.
Do you ever do any work?
I'm on my lunch break.
That lasts all morning, does it?
Well, I've only just started.
Well, when you've finished, do you think you could fix the fence next to the stables?
What?
It's in the garden, you know, the place I pay you to look after?
Yeah, I know which fence you mean.
I was going to fix it this afternoon.
I don't care who does it, just make sure it's done today, OK?
What's got into him?
Well, it's not just the fence. Cynthia's not come in. Probably had to make his own breakfast.
Not that he needs an excuse to be a total pain in the neck.
Yeah, well, don't let him get to you.
If I behaved like that when I had my own business, I'd have never kept any stuff.
What does that make us?
Couple of mugs, I reckon.
Tricia, do you ever wonder where you'll be in 5 years' time?
No, not really. It's a long time, isn't it?
Do you think you and Marlon will still be together?
Oh, I hope so. Why? Has he said something?
No, of course not. No. It's me, that's all. I was just wondering.
When I first came back here, I didn't know if he'd still be interested in me or not. But it's brought us closer together, I reckon, what we went through.
Yeah, that's what's supposed to happen, isn't it?
I suppose it's tested us, you know, what we really feel for each other.
I know what you mean. I suppose it's made you and Marlon stronger as a couple. I don't feel like that about me and Ashley, though.
Well, you said he really helped you bond with Gabby.
Yeah, he did. But it hasn't made any difference to how I feel about him.
Well, that's because you love him so much already, isn't it?
I tried going to counselling, because I'm supposed to say what I really feel. But if I did that, he'd be devastated.
What are you saying, Bernice?
We're 3 deep waiting to be served out there.
Yep, I'm on my way.
Having a little girly moment, were we? Tricia? You right, sweetheart?
I don't think Bernice loves Ashley no more.
Mr. Daft.
No. That's what she was trying to tell me when you walked in.
No. She can't have been. I know they've had a few problems with Gabby,
No,
but...
that's what I thought. I think it's more than that.
No, stop right there. OK, I don't want to hear any more.
Why not?
Well, Ashley's a mate. He's a mate, and I don't want to hear about Bernice's... No, I don't want to hear about Bernice's feelings before he does. Maybe she's just having a bad day.
So why shouldn't the mountain come to Mohammed? The bottom line is, we need to get more people in.
And the idea is that we invite these travel agents for a freebie.
We make a fuss of them, and we hope they recommend Dale Park to the customers.
Chris is very keen for us to improve the publicity.
We thought it was worth a try.
Well, thanks for letting me know. Well, that's the point of this meeting.
We only decided to go for it yesterday, after we'd thought about what Chris had said.
And we're going to have to move very quickly if it's going to work.
Agreed.
I thought I'd ring round today to try and find an acceptable date.
Good idea. But first, what about a spot of lunch?
Well, I ought to get started.
I'll bring your mobile. Nicola?
No, thanks. Oh, and we're going to have to take on quite a few extra staff while they're here because we want to make a good impression.
Well, I'm sure you can organise that. Can't you, Princess?
Think I might.
Oh, I was just going to bring these through.
Oh, there's no rush. Louise is minding the bar.
I forgot to make her one.
You know when me and Marlon got back together?
But it's all right, Trish. Forget what I said. I was just feeling sorry for myself.
Well, there must have been some truth in it, otherwise you wouldn't have said anything. Anyway, what I was going to say was, it takes a while to put things right. It did for me and Marlon. And you and Ashley have only been back together a few weeks, haven't you? Give it time. I know things will come right between you.
Yeah, of course they will.
Is he in?
No, come in.
Rob and Lucy and the others are going bowling. Do you fancy it?
Well, do you?
I'm not bothered.
You can stay here if you like.
Yeah, okay.
What's in the bag?
Oh, yeah. It's for you.
Aw, thanks, Andy.
I know I won't be seeing you over at weekend, so...
Oh, it's really sweet.
I should hope so. It's chocolate.
Why don't you go home, Bernice? Me and Louise can cope.
Oh, it wouldn't be fair.
You do the same for me.
Well, I must admit, I'm not really in the mood for beer and banter.
Take tonight off as well.
Are you sure?
Yes. You and Ashley need to spend some more time together.
Yeah, I suppose we do. Thanks, Tricia.
Donna can't stay with us. She's getting away.
Well, don't be so rotten. She's your sister. You can't just throw her out.
Mum's got a lot to answer for, you know.
So why don't you go and see her and try and talk some sense into her then?
Yeah, I will.
You weren't going to leave without saying goodbye, were you, Ray?
I would have waved a cheery farewell.
Sorry we haven't had much of a chance to chat.
Yeah, business, you know.
Yeah. So when do you think we're going to get together again?
Well, I'll have to get back to you on that. I really am very busy at the moment.
I'll write and confirm after we finalise the date. OK? Thank you. Bye.
Another one up for it?
Yep, it's looking good. Friday of next week seems to suit most people.
Okay, Friday it is then.
I'd really like to get the letters out this afternoon, but I've got that meeting.
Well, let Nicola do them. You know how she likes to get involved.
Yeah, OK. So well. Here's to the travel agents.
We'll knock 'em dead.
I see you haven't started on that fence yet.
Is Chris on the prowl again?
No, it's just that I've got a bit ahead of myself. Well, I'll give you a hand if you like.
Ah, you sure?
Well, if it keeps his lordship off our backs.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. Just got one more order to place.
There's no rush. How's your Andy?
Why'd you ask?
Well, Katie's walking around like the end of the world is nigh.
Well, par for the course, isn't it?
I know I've come down pretty heavy on her, saying she can't see him, but, well, she is only a kid.
Hey, don't apologise. I know what it's like bringing up kids. They'll get over it.
Yeah.
She fell asleep as soon as I put her down.
All right.
You know, it's funny. I can hardly remember what life was like before she was born.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
She sort of takes over, doesn't she?
Look, I think I might go and get a sandwich. I meant to get something while I was at the pub.
You do feel all right about Gabrielle now, don't you?
Yes, I told you.
I know it took time, but it was worth it, wasn't it?
Of course.
You know what you said the other day about not wanting any more children?
Not now, Ashley.
It was insensitive of me. It wasn't the right time to ask you. Not after what you've been through.
No, it wasn't.
But, I would like us to talk about our family and how we see it. Not now, but sometime. I mean, we've never sat down and said what we really want, have we? Everything's been so complicated. But I think we should. It's what most people do.
Do they?
Yes. And I know how you feel now, and I understand why. But given a little time, you might change your mind about more children, just like you did about Gabrielle.
I can't say that. I don't know. Look, I don't want to talk about it now.
Yes, I'm sorry. You go and get your sandwich.
Can say what he likes. He's doing it to get his own back. I know he is.
Well, he has let us stay here dirt cheap.
Are you taking his side?
It's true, innit?
Yeah, but it's the fact that he can change his mind whenever he feels like it and turn our world upside down. That's what gets me.
He's not chucking us out, is he?
It's good as.
Well, if we leave, where are we gonna go?
You are not being right helpful, you.
Well, maybe we should try and pay the extra rent.
What with?
Well, me and Danny could do a bit more to help.
Oh, Letitia, I've heard that before and it never happened.
So this time it will, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's give it a try.
Go on, man.
Where have you been? I asked you to be here half an hour ago.
I have got a job to do, you know.
I'm going to be late for my meeting.
That's not my fault.
Well, now you're here, I want you to do me a favour. I've drafted a letter up to those travel agents who are interested in coming to see us. So? Well, I need to get them out today.
Oh, I'm your secretary now, am I?
We need to work together on this one, Nicola. It's in all our interests.
What exactly do you want me to do?
Type up the letters, print them out and pop them in the post. It's going to take you about half an hour. It's on Friday because we're chock-a-block on Thursday with the conference.
I can read. And I can write as well.
You ready?
Yeah. You better go and check on Gabrielle.
I'll finish this first.
Well, it's all right, I can go.
Fine. I do love it, you know.
What?
The fact that you want to be with Gabrielle now and do things for her, I think it's wonderful.
Don't keep going on about it, Ashley.
I'm sorry, I'm turning into a baby bore, aren't I? You know, one of those parents who can't talk about anything else.
I know what it means.
I wonder if that'd be better or worse if we had another.
I don't think you could be any worse.
But we have to think about Gabrielle and what's best for her. I mean, I got on really well with my brother when we were kids. And I know you were brought up on your own, but think what it meant to you, getting to know Nicola. And there's always a danger of spoiling an only child.
Oh, for God's sake, Ashley, stop it.
Sorry, I wasn't thinking, I was just rambling on.
No, you weren't. You knew exactly what you were saying. I've told you how I feel, but you won't let it rest, will you?
So, what happened the other night then? According to these figures, we did the best part of 20 grand.
I'm not talking about the clubs.
I am.
She's a good-looking woman. I'm surprised you never said anything.
Tony, since when do I have to ask your permission to ask somebody out to dinner?
I'm just curious.
Well, not that it's any of your business, but I was just being friendly, that's all.
Sounded like she was up for a bit more than that.
Well, she's going to be disappointed then, isn't she?
I wouldn't say no.
In your dreams. Do something useful and get that, will you?
Is he in?
He's busy.
All right, Tony. Afternoon, Cynthia.
Did you mean what you said earlier about letting us stay on if we pay a going rate?
What, do you think it was some sort of ploy to get you out?
I won't put it past you.
You know, you'd make a great case study in paranoia, Cynthia.
Yeah, well, it comes from years of being dumped on by people like you.
If I wanted you out, I'd tell you straight.
Yeah, well, there'd be no need for that. I'll pay what you want.
Sure you'll be able to manage?
Somehow.
You know what'll happen if you don't.
You'll get your money. And make sure you fix that boiler.
You never said anything about moving out.
There was no point trying to speak to you this morning. You could hardly stand up.
I had a bit of a late night, that's all.
Well, drinking into the early hours with two blokes you hardly even know.
Well, if you must know, they've been very supportive, which is more than you two are being.
That's because you're being ridiculous, which is why I moved out.
I am trying to act with dignity despite the hurt I feel inside.
Right, Pavlov, we'll be off then. Done as much as we can today.
Thank you, Mac. Will I be seeing you round and about tonight?
Well, I've got some paperwork I need to catch up on.
Well, we will be having another session soon, eh? She's all right, Raver.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, Raver. Very dignified.
It's a figure of speech, Donna. I'm trying to be friendly.
You're embarrassing.
Is it too much to expect any sympathy from either of you two?
You're not really going to divorce Bob, are you?
Well, he started it by carrying on with Diane Blackstock.
Oh, he's not carrying on with anybody. Falling out of nothing.
There's a matter of principle here.
What principle?
Oh, well, I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Mum, just go and see him, will you, eh? Kiss and make up.
Never.
was that?
It sounded like the front door. Like it's me dad.
No, what am I going to do? He'll kill me. Shall I hide under bed?
If you want.
What's so funny?
It weren't my dad. It was one of them lads delivering a free paper.
You what?
You should have seen yourself hopping about, Andy.
You think it's funny, do you?
Yes.
All right, I'll show you then.
She was fast asleep. Didn't have the heart to wake her.
I'll go up again in half an hour.
All right.
Bernice, I'm sorry for what I said earlier about planning a family. It was the wrong time to raise it. It's not as if there's any great rush, is there?
Just leave it, please, Ashley.
Let me just say this. I'm thrilled about Gabrielle and how she's changed my life. And I'd love her to have a brother or sister, but I've been putting pressure on you to make a decision.
Stop it.
I'll back off, that's all I want to say.
Won't make any difference what you do.
What?
Nothing.
No. What do you mean it won't make any difference? Bernice? Tell me what you mean.
It's you, all right? I don't want to have another baby with you. That's what I can't face.